Hey Pisces, I need to talk to you about something that is happening right now in your energy field. I just pulled cards for you, and what came through is absolutely wild. We are talking about divine protection, karmic justice, and how Archangel Metatron is literally blocking every single harmful intention that has been directed your way. This reading is about your enemies, about the people who thought they could mess with you and get away with it, and about the cosmic justice that is unfolding as we speak. Before we dive deep into these cards, I want you to understand something. This is not just another tarot reading about love or career. This is about spiritual warfare, about the unseen battles that have been happening around you, and about how the universe is stepping in to protect you in ways you cannot even imagine. The energy coming through is intense. We are dealing with Archangel Metatron here, one of the most powerful archangels in existence, the scribe of heaven, the one who records every single deed, every intention, every thought, and he has clouded the evil intentions directed at you. Let that sink in for a moment. I pulled 10 cards for this reading, and each one reveals a different layer of what is happening. Some of these cards talk about the protection around you. Some reveal the downfall of those who wished you harm. And others show you the incredible transformation that is coming into your life because you stayed true to yourself despite everything. This is going to be a journey, Pisces. Get comfortable because we have a lot to uncover. Let me start with the first card that came out. And honestly, when I saw it, I understood immediately why this reading feels so heavy, so significant. The card is Four of Pentacles. Now you might be thinking, wait, that is usually about holding on to resources or being protective of what you have, right? But in this context, in this reading about divine protection and enemies, this card is showing me something completely different. It is showing me the energy of your enemies, the people who have been so obsessed with controlling you, with keeping you down, with making sure you do not rise above them. The Four of Pentacles in this position is revealing how these individuals have been clutching onto their power, their control over situations, their ability to manipulate narratives around you. They have been holding on so tightly to their version of reality, where you are the villain, where you are the problem, where you are the one who deserves punishment or exclusion. Can you feel this? Have you noticed how certain people just refuse to let go of their negative perception of you no matter what you do, no matter how much you have changed or grown or proven yourself? This card is showing me someone or multiple people who have been absolutely rigid in their stance against you. They have built walls around their hearts, around their minds, refusing to see any good in you. And here's the thing, Pisces, this rigidity, this desperate clutching onto control, and their false narratives, it is actually their downfall. Because while they have been so busy holding on to their hatred, their jealousy, their need to see you fail, they have not been paying attention to what the universe has been orchestrating. They have not noticed the divine protection forming around you like an impenetrable shield. What Archangel Metatron is showing me through this card is that these people thought their grip was tight enough to keep you contained, to keep you small, to keep you powerless. But spiritual law does not work that way. When you hold on to something with a closed fist, with rigid control, with malicious intent, you are actually creating your own prison. You are not imprisoning the other person, you are imprisoning yourself. And that is exactly what has happened to your enemies. They thought they were keeping you down, but really, they have been digging their own graves. I am seeing this so clearly now. The Four of Pentacles is also about fear of loss. Your enemies have been operating from a place of such deep fear. Fear that you will succeed. Fear that you will be happy. Fear that you will prove them wrong. Fear that other people will see the truth about who you really are versus the lies they have been spreading. This fear has made them desperate, has made them hold on even tighter to their attacks, their gossip, their manipulations. But Metatron is recording all of it. Every single malicious thought, every harmful action, every lie told. It is all being written in the cosmic records, and the karmic debt is piling up for them. What you need to understand from this first card is that the very thing your enemies thought was their strength, their ability to hold on to control, to maintain their attack on you, to stay rigid in their opposition. That is actually what is going to cause their complete undoing. Because the universe does not reward rigidity when it comes from a place of malice. The universe does not support those who clutch onto hatred and refuse to release it. The Four of Pentacles here is showing me that while they have been holding on for dear life to their ability to hurt you, divine forces have been quietly, methodically, systematically dismantling every single avenue they thought they had to reach you. Moving into the second card, and this one made me pause because the energy shifted dramatically. We have got the Nine of Pentacles here, and listen, this is one of the most beautiful cards of self-sufficiency, abundance, and reaping what you have sown. In the context of this reading about divine protection, this card is showing me your energy, your outcome, your reality that is being constructed while your enemies are busy destroying themselves. The Nine of Pentacles is telling me that while all this spiritual warfare has been happening in the background, while Archangel Metatron has been clouding the evil intentions directed at you, you have been doing something absolutely incredible. You have been building, you have been growing, you have been cultivating your own garden, your own abundance, your own peace, and you have been doing it alone. This card is about independence, about self-reliance, about creating success through your own efforts without needing validation or help from those who have turned against you. Can I just say how powerful this is? While your enemies have been wasting their energy trying to tear you down, you have been using your energy to build yourself up. They thought they could distract you, derail you, make you so focused on defending yourself that you would forget to live your life. But the Nine of Pentacles is proof that their plan failed spectacularly. You did not let their attacks stop you. You did not let their gossip define you. You did not let their attempts to isolate you make you feel less worthy of abundance and success. This card is showing me a version of you that is so refined, so dignified, so self-possessed that it actually infuriates your enemies even more. Because here is the truth. They wanted to see you broken. They wanted to see you begging, struggling, failing. They wanted to see you lose everything so they could feel superior, so they could feel justified in their treatment of you. But instead, what do they see? They see you thriving. They see you calm, collected, abundant, successful. They see you in your Nine of Pentacles energy, which is essentially you saying without words, I do not need any of you to be magnificent. The Nine of Pentacles is also about spiritual maturity and wisdom gained through experience. You have learned so much through this difficult period, Pisces. You have learned who you can trust and who you cannot. You have learned that your worth is not determined by other people's opinions of you. You have learned that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply focus on your own growth and let the universe handle your enemies. And that spiritual maturity, that wisdom, it radiates from you now. People can feel it. Even your enemies can feel it. And it makes them uncomfortable because they cannot manipulate someone who has reached this level of self-awareness. Archangel Metatron is using this card to show you that the best revenge is not revenge at all. It is becoming so successful, so abundant, so peaceful that your enemies realize their attacks meant nothing. Their words bounced off you. Their schemes failed. Their attempts to block you only made you more determined. And now here you are, standing in your Nine of Pentacles energy, and they have to watch. They have to witness your success. They have to see that everything they tried to do to you did not work. That is the divine justice here. That is the mercy that does not exist for them. They have to live with the knowledge that they failed to break you. The third card is absolutely fascinating, and it shifts the energy again. We have got the Sun here, and when I tell you this card is about exposure, about truth coming to light, about everything hidden being revealed, I mean it in the most literal sense. The sun does not allow shadows to exist. The sun illuminates everything. And in this reading about your enemies and divine protection, the sun is telling me that a massive exposure is coming. Things that have been done in darkness, lies that have been whispered in secret, manipulations that have been hidden behind fake smiles, all of it is about to be blasted with divine light. Think about what the sun does. It rises every single day without fail. It does not ask permission. It does not worry about who wants it to shine and who does not. It just shines. And in doing so, it reveals reality as it truly is. That is what is happening in your situation right now. Archangel Metatron has been keeping records, remember? He has been documenting every single malicious act, every lie, every manipulation. And now, the sun is coming up over the horizon, and those records are about to be illuminated for everyone to see. Your enemies thought they could hide their true nature. They thought they could present themselves as the good guys, as the victims, as the ones who were justified in their treatment of you. They thought they could control the narrative forever, but the sun does not care about narratives. The sun only cares about truth. And the truth is coming out in a way that cannot be denied, cannot be spun, cannot be explained away. We are talking about undeniable proof of their malicious intentions. We are talking about their own words, their own actions, coming back to expose exactly who they have been all along. I need you to understand how significant this is. The sun is one of the most positive cards in the entire tarot deck. It represents joy, success, clarity, vitality. So why is it appearing in a reading about enemies and karmic justice? Because your truth is joyful. Your truth is clear. Your truth is vital and alive. When the sun shines on your situation, it is going to feel like vindication, like validation, like the universe finally saying out loud what you have known in your heart all along. You were right. You were innocent. You were the one telling the truth. But for your enemies, the sun is terrifying because when you have been operating in darkness, when you have been lying and manipulating and scheming, the last thing you want is for a bright light to suddenly illuminate all of your actions. The sun is going to expose them in front of the same people they tried to turn against you. The sun is going to reveal their jealousy, their pettiness, their cruelty. And there is no way to hide from it. You cannot hide from the sun. It shines everywhere, sees everything, reveals all. Archangel Metatron is connected to this card because he is the one who has been recording everything in heaven, in the cosmic consciousness, in the divine records. And now the sun is going to make those records visible on the earthly plane. People are going to suddenly understand what really happened. People are going to see conversations, situations, events from a completely different perspective. People are going to have those moments of clarity where they think, oh my goodness, how did I not see this before? How did I believe those lies? How did I participate in hurting someone who was innocent? This exposure is part of the divine protection around you, Pisces, because true protection is not just about shielding you from attacks. It is also about revealing the attackers for who they truly are so that they lose their power, so that they cannot hurt you or anyone else anymore. The sun is that revelation. The sun is that moment of collective awakening where the truth becomes so obvious that denial is impossible. And I have to tell you, this is happening soon. The energy of the sun is imminent. It is already starting to dawn. You might even be seeing little glimpses of it already. Moments where people start questioning the narrative they were told. Moments where your enemies slip up and reveal their true nature. Moments where the truth peeks through the cracks in their carefully constructed lies. Now we move to the fourth card, and this one is powerful in a completely different way. We have got the King of Wands, and in this reading, this is showing me the energy of divine masculine protection that is surrounding you. The King of Wands is a leader, a visionary, someone who takes bold action and is not afraid of opposition. In the context of Archangel Metatron clouding the evil intentions of your enemies, the King of Wands represents the active protection that is happening on your behalf. See, some protection is passive. It is like a shield that just blocks attacks. But the King of Wands is active protection. This is divine intervention that is not just stopping your enemies from reaching you. It is actually going out and dismantling their plans before they can even fully form. The King of Wands takes initiative. He does not wait for the enemy to attack and then defend. He sees the attack coming and neutralizes it before it can even begin. That is what Metatron is doing for you right now through this King of Wands energy. I am seeing this so clearly. Every time your enemies sit down to plot against you, every time they gather to gossip about you, every time they try to create a new scheme to hurt you, the King of Wands energy comes in and just disperses it. It is like they are trying to build a fire to burn you, but every time they gather the wood and strike the match, a divine wind comes and blows it out. They are getting so frustrated because nothing is working the way they planned. Nothing is landing the way they intended. Their attacks are falling flat. Their manipulations are failing. Their schemes are unraveling. The King of Wands also represents creative power and manifestation ability. Here's the thing. Your enemies have been using their manifestation power, their creative energy, their will to try to harm you. But what they did not account for is that there is a higher power, a divine force that has creative and manifestation abilities that are infinitely more powerful than theirs. Archangel Metatron is essentially using his divine creative power to override their malicious creations. They are trying to write you out of the story, but Metatron is the scribe of heaven. He is rewriting their rewrites. He is creating a completely different outcome than the one they envisioned. This King of Wands energy is also showing me that there are actual people in your life, divinely placed, who are going to act as agents of this protection. These might be people in positions of authority, people with influence, people with the ability to speak truth to power. The King of Wands often represents someone with social standing, professional authority, or moral leadership. And the universe is positioning these types of individuals in your path to advocate for you, to speak up for you, to use their power and influence to ensure that you are treated fairly and that the truth comes out. You might not even know who all these people are yet. Some of them might be working behind the scenes on your behalf without you even realizing it. But the King of Wands is telling me they are there. Divine forces have strategically placed protective figures around you who will not tolerate injustice, who will not stay silent when they see someone being wronged, who will use their considerable power and influence to ensure that your enemies do not get away with what they have done. The other thing about the King of Wands is that he is absolutely fearless. He does not back down from a fight, especially not when he knows he is on the right side, on the side of truth and justice. Your enemies might be used to people being afraid of them, used to people backing down to avoid conflict, but the King of Wands energy protecting you is not intimidated by them at all. In fact, the King of Wands welcomes the challenge because he knows he is going to win. He has the power, he has the truth, he has divine backing. Your enemies do not stand a chance against this level of protection. Let us move to the fifth card, and I have to tell you, this one made me take a deep breath because it is intense. We have got the Page of Swords here, and this is the messenger, the truth seeker, the one who uncovers information and brings it to light. In this reading about divine protection and karmic justice, the Page of Swords is telling me that information, communication, and truth-telling are going to be the vehicles through which your vindication comes. The Page of Swords is curious, investigative, sometimes even a bit nosy in the best way possible. This card is showing me that people are starting to ask questions. People who believed your enemies at first are now wondering if they got the whole story. People who participated in ostracizing you are now having doubts about whether that was the right thing to do. The Page of Swords brings a fresh perspective, a willingness to look at things with new eyes, a desire to understand the actual truth rather than just accepting what they have been told. This is part of how Archangel Metatron has clouded the evil intentions of your enemies. See, they were relying on people just believing them without question. They were relying on their social capital, their ability to control narratives, their skill at manipulating perception. But the Page of Swords energy is disrupting that. Suddenly, people are not just accepting things at face value anymore. Suddenly, people are digging deeper, asking for proof, wanting to hear both sides of the story. And your enemies are not prepared for this scrutiny because their whole strategy was based on people just taking their word for it. The Page of Swords also represents communication that cuts through illusions. We are talking about messages, conversations, emails, texts, posts, statements, some form of communication is going to emerge that just absolutely shreds the false narrative your enemies have been pushing. This might be someone speaking up who witnessed what really happened. This might be written proof that contradicts their lies. This might be them accidentally revealing their true nature in a public setting. Whatever form it takes, the Page of Swords is telling me that words, information, and communication are going to be the sword that cuts down their house of cards. I also want to talk about how the Page of Swords represents mental agility and the ability to think strategically. Your enemies thought they were the smart ones, the strategic ones, the ones who had everything figured out. But the Page of Swords is showing me that the universe has been playing chess while they have been playing checkers. Every move they made, every attack they launched, every lie they spread, it has all been recorded, documented, and is now being used to build a case against them. They thought they were destroying you, but really, they were just providing evidence of their own malicious nature. Archangel Metatron is the divine scribe, remember? He records everything. And the Page of Swords is how those records are going to be revealed to the earthly plane, through communication, through information coming to light, through people speaking up, through truth being told. The Page of Swords might seem like a small, insignificant card compared to the major arcana cards or the powerful court cards. But never underestimate the power of truth spoken clearly and information revealed at exactly the right moment. The Page of Swords knows that sometimes the smallest piece of information can topple an entire empire of lies. One more thing about this card. The Page of Swords can also indicate that you will find your voice in a new way. Maybe you have been silent for a long time, not defending yourself, not telling your side of the story because you knew no one would believe you or because you did not want to stoop to their level. But the Page of Swords is suggesting that there might come a moment when you speak your truth, not from a place of revenge or anger, but from a place of clarity and dignity. And when you do, people will listen. Because the sun has already started to illuminate reality. The King of Wands has already established protective authority around you. And now the Page of Swords gives you the platform and the moment to be heard. The sixth card is going to shift our perspective again. And this is where things get really interesting from a spiritual warfare standpoint. We have got the Ace of Wands, and let me tell you what this means in the context of divine protection and your enemies receiving their karmic justice. The Ace of Wands is about new beginnings, about divine inspiration, about a spark of creative fire that comes directly from source energy. This is the universe saying, while your enemies have been trying to end your story, I am actually writing you a completely new chapter. The Ace of Wands is pure potential. It is the seed of something magnificent that is about to sprout in your life. And here is what is absolutely wild about this card appearing in this reading. While your enemies have been so focused on destroying what you had, on ruining what you were building, the universe has been quietly, secretly preparing something better for you. Something they do not even know about. Something they cannot touch. Something that is going to launch you into a completely different stratosphere of success, happiness, and fulfillment. This is divine strategy at its finest. Your enemies thought they were winning because they managed to disrupt certain areas of your life. Maybe they cost you some opportunities, some relationships, some resources. They were celebrating those small victories, thinking they had really damaged you. But what they did not realize is that the universe was allowing those things to be removed from your life because they were not meant for your highest good anyway. Those things were in the way of what you are actually supposed to be doing, who you are actually supposed to become, where you are actually supposed to go. The Ace of Wands is showing me that you are about to receive divine downloads, inspired ideas, opportunities that seem to come out of nowhere. This is Archangel Metatron, not just protecting you from evil, but actively blessing you with new beginnings that are aligned with your soul purpose. Your enemies can cloud nothing when it comes to these blessings, because these blessings are coming from a frequency they cannot even access. They have been operating on such a low, malicious frequency that they are completely blind to the high vibrational opportunities that are flowing your way. I also want you to understand that the Ace of Wands is about passion and enthusiasm returning to your life. Your enemies probably thought they had killed your spirit, crushed your enthusiasm, stolen your joy, but the Ace of Wands is telling me that a fire is being reignited within you. You are going to feel excited about life again. You are going to feel motivated. You are going to feel that spark of inspiration that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning and chase your dreams. And that returning passion, that renewed fire, it is going to be unstoppable. The Ace of Wands is also deeply connected to manifestation and the law of attraction. When you are in Ace of Wands energy, you become a powerful magnet for opportunities, resources, and people who want to support your vision. Your enemies were trying to make you a magnet for negativity, for failure, for rejection, but the Ace of Wands is flipping the script completely. You are about to become a magnet for success, for abundance, for love, for respect, for everything you deserve. And your enemies are going to have to watch it happen. They are going to see you rise in ways they never imagined possible, and they are going to realize that all their efforts to stop you were completely futile. This new beginning, represented by the Ace of Wands, is not just about external circumstances improving, though that is definitely happening. It is also about an internal renewal. You are being spiritually reborn, Pisces. The old version of you that accepted mistreatment, that doubted your worth, that dimmed your light to make others comfortable, that version is dying. And the new version that is emerging from the ashes is absolutely radiant with self-knowledge, confidence, and divine purpose. Your enemies cannot touch this new version of you because she or he exists on a completely different plane of consciousness. Moving to the 7th card, and this is where the karmic justice really starts to become undeniable. We have got the 6 of Wands here, and this is the victory card. This is public recognition, triumph, being celebrated and acknowledged after a period of struggle. In this reading, the 6 of Wands is telling me that your vindication is not going to be private or quiet. It is going to be public. People are going to see your success. People are going to acknowledge that you were right. People are going to celebrate you. Right? Think about what this means for your enemies. They tried to publicly shame you, publicly exclude you, publicly destroy your reputation. They wanted everyone to see you fail, to see you broken, to see you as the villain they painted you to be. But the 6 of Wands is cosmic justice saying, okay, you wanted a public spectacle, you are going to get one. Except it is not going to be the one you planned. It is going to be Pisces winning publicly. It is going to be Pisces being celebrated publicly. It is going to be Pisces receiving recognition, respect, and admiration from the very people you tried to turn against them. The 6 of Wands is about being carried through the streets on your shield, metaphorically speaking. It is about victory laps. It is about vindication that everyone can see. This is Archangel Metatron ensuring that your story does not end in quiet suffering. Your story ends in triumph. Your story ends with everyone knowing that you were the one who had integrity, who told the truth, who maintained dignity even when under attack. And that public acknowledgement is going to be so much sweeter because you did not have to fight for it. You did not have to beg for it. You did not have to manipulate anyone into giving it to you. It came naturally as a result of your genuine character being revealed through the Sun card we talked about earlier. For your enemies, the 6 of Wands is their worst nightmare. They have to watch you win. They have to watch people celebrate you. They have to watch you receive the respect and admiration that they wanted for themselves. They have to see their plans fail so spectacularly that it becomes public knowledge. The same people they thought they had convinced to hate you are now going to be the ones congratulating you, supporting you, and distancing themselves from your enemies once they realize they were manipulated. The 6 of Wands also represents leadership and becoming an inspiration to others. Your story of surviving this attack, of maintaining your integrity, of trusting divine protection, even when things looked dark, that story is going to inspire people. You are going to become a beacon of hope for others who are going through similar situations with enemies, betrayal, and false accusations. People are going to look at you and think, if they can get through that and come out victorious, then maybe I can too. Your victory is not just for you. It is going to ripple out and give strength to so many others. I also want to point out that the Six of Wands is about confidence. After everything you have been through, after surviving spiritual warfare and coming out on top, you are going to have an unshakable confidence that nobody can take from you. You will know without a doubt that you are protected by divine forces. You will know that you are capable of weathering any storm. You will know that truth always prevails eventually. That confidence is going to radiate from you, and it is going to make you even more magnetic, even more successful, even more untouchable. The 8th card is absolutely crucial to understanding the complete picture of what is happening here. We have got the Ace of Pentacles, and this is about tangible manifestation, material abundance, real-world results. All the spiritual protection, all the karmic justice, all the divine intervention we have been talking about. The Ace of Pentacles is where it becomes physical. This is where you see actual concrete evidence in your life that the universe has your back. The Ace of Pentacles might show up as a financial blessing that comes right when you need it most. It might be a career opportunity that is better than anything you had before. It might be a new home, a new car, a new level of financial security. Whatever form it takes, the Ace of Pentacles is the universe saying, I am not just protecting you spiritually, I am blessing you materially. I am making sure that you not only survive, but that you thrive in every measurable way. This is so important because your enemies probably tried to hurt you financially or professionally. They might have tried to get you fired, tried to block opportunities, tried to damage your reputation so you could not succeed. But the Ace of Pentacles is divine compensation. It is the universe giving you back everything they tried to take from you, plus interest, plus abundance, plus more than you even had before. This is not just restoration, this is multiplication. Archangel Metatron works with the material plane as well as the spiritual plane. He understands that humans need tangible proof of divine intervention sometimes. You need to see results in your bank account, in your career, in your living situation. The Ace of Pentacles is that proof. It is the universe putting physical evidence in your hands that says, see, I told you I was protecting you. Look at this blessing. Look at this opportunity. Look at how I am taking care of you in real concrete ways. For your enemies, the Ace of Pentacles in your reading means that their attempts to impoverish you, to limit you, to keep you struggling have failed. In fact, they have backfired so badly that you are about to enter a period of greater abundance than you have ever known. And they are going to have to witness it. They are going to see you succeeding financially and professionally while they are dealing with the karmic consequences of their actions. Remember, karma works both ways. While you are receiving the Ace of Pentacles in its positive form as a blessing and new opportunity, they are likely receiving the loss of Pentacles, financial setbacks, professional problems, material losses that come as a natural consequence of their negative actions. The Ace of Pentacles is also about security. After a period of instability caused by your enemy's attacks, you are moving into a phase of real, solid security. You are going to feel safe again. You are going to feel stable. You are going to feel like you have a foundation under your feet that nobody can shake. That sense of security is priceless, especially after you have been through a time when everything felt uncertain and under threat. I also love that the Ace of Pentacles is about new ventures and investments paying off. If you have been working on something, building something, investing time and energy into a project or goal, the Ace of Pentacles is telling me it is about to yield amazing returns. Your enemies thought they could sabotage your efforts, but they could not. The seeds you planted are about to grow into a magnificent harvest, and you are going to reap the rewards of your patience, your faith, and your persistent effort despite opposition. Now we are getting close to the end, and the 9th card is going to bring everything into even sharper focus. We have the Knight of Wands, and I am getting chills because this is rapid movement, swift action, things happening fast. All the protection, all the justice, all the blessings we have been talking about. The Knight of Wands is telling me they are about to manifest at lightning speed. The Knight of Wands does not wait around. He does not hesitate. He sees the goal, and he charges toward it with absolute confidence and fearlessness. In this reading about divine protection and karmic justice, the Knight of Wands represents the acceleration of divine will. Things that have been building in the spiritual realm are about to burst into the physical realm with incredible speed and force. You might feel like everything is happening all at once, like the universe is making up for lost time, like justice and blessings are pouring in so fast you can barely keep up. For your enemies, this rapid movement is going to be shocking. They thought they had more time to cover their tracks, to prepare defenses, to spin new narratives. But the Knight of Wands does not give them time. This is divine action moving so swiftly that they cannot react fast enough to protect themselves. Before they even realize what is happening, their lies are exposed, their manipulations are revealed, their true nature is on display for everyone to see. The Knight of Wands is the cosmic cavalry arriving at full gallop to ensure justice is served immediately. The Knight of Wands is also about passion and enthusiasm taken to the level of action. Remember how we talked about the Ace of Wands bringing back your passion and inspiration? The Knight of Wands is that inspiration now being put into action with incredible energy and momentum. You are not just going to feel excited about your life again. You are going to be actively creating, building, pursuing, achieving at a pace that surprises even you. This is divine fire moving through you, propelling you forward toward your destiny at a speed that makes it impossible for anyone to stop you or slow you down. This card is also telling me that you might need to be ready to act quickly when opportunities present themselves. The Knight of Wands does not overthink, does not second guess, does not hesitate when the moment is right. When doors start opening for you, and they will start opening rapidly, you need to walk through them with confidence. Do not doubt, do not wait for permission, do not worry about what your enemies will think. The Knight of Wands energy is giving you the courage and the momentum to seize opportunities the moment they appear. I also want to mention that the Knight of Wands can represent travel or movement in a literal sense. You might be physically moving to a new location, traveling for exciting opportunities, or experiencing a level of freedom and mobility that was restricted before. Your enemies might have tried to keep you trapped, stuck, limited to a small world where they could control and monitor you. But the Knight of Wands is breaking those chains. You are about to experience a level of freedom and adventure that is going to feel absolutely exhilarating after the restriction you have been under. For the final card, the 10th card that brings this entire reading home, we have the Ace of Pentacles appearing again. Wait, let me clarify. Actually, looking at the cards we have been given, our final card is the Six of Wands. Actually, let me recount because I want to make sure I am giving you accurate information about which cards appeared. Let me take a moment and go through this correctly. I have been working with the energy, and I realize I need to properly map out the final card. Our 10th and final card is actually the Knight of Wands, which I just covered. So let me give you a proper closing based on all 10 cards we have explored. What we have here, Pisces, is a complete picture of divine protection, karmic justice, and your absolute triumph over those who wished you harm. We started with the Four of Pentacles, showing how your enemies have been desperately clutching onto their power and control, setting themselves up for their own downfall. Then, the Nine of Pentacles revealed how you have been building your own abundant, independent life despite their attacks. The Sun showed us that massive exposure and truth revealing is coming, where all their lies and manipulations will be illuminated for everyone to see. The King of Wands brought in the energy of active divine protection, not just shielding you, but actively dismantling their plans before they can even manifest. The Page of Swords revealed how truth, communication, and information would be the vehicles of your vindication, with people finally asking questions and demanding real answers. The Ace of Wands showed us that while they were trying to end your story, the universe was actually writing you a completely new chapter filled with passion, purpose, and divine inspiration. The Six of Wands promised you public victory and recognition, ensuring that your vindication would not be quiet, but celebrated by the very people your enemies tried to turn against you. The Ace of Pentacles brought the promise of tangible blessings, material abundance, and concrete evidence that divine forces are supporting you in every measurable way. And finally, the Knight of Wands revealed that all of this is happening at rapid speed, with justice and blessings pouring in so fast that your enemies will not even have time to react or defend themselves. This is the complete picture of what Archangel Metatron has orchestrated for you. He has not just clouded the evil intentions of your enemies. He has created an entire divine strategy that protects you, vindicates you, blesses you, and ensures that justice is served in a way that leaves absolutely no doubt about who was right and who was wrong. Your enemies thought they were playing a game they could win, but they did not realize they were up against cosmic forces that are infinitely more powerful than any human manipulation or malice. What I need you to understand, Pisces, is that this reading is not just about what will happen. It is about what is already happening right now in the spiritual realm and beginning to manifest in the physical realm. The wheels are already in motion. Archangel Metatron has already been working on your behalf. The protection is already in place. The justice is already being served. The blessings are already on their way to you. You might not see all the evidence yet, but that does not mean it is not happening. In fact, some of the most powerful work happens in the unseen realm before it becomes visible in your everyday reality. There is something I want to say about mercy, or rather the lack of mercy for your enemies that this reading title mentions. Divine justice is not about cruelty or revenge. It is about balance. It is about ensuring that those who harm others experience the natural consequences of their actions so that they either learn and change or they are prevented from hurting anyone else. Your enemies have been operating without consequences for too long. They have been allowed to lie, manipulate, attack, and harm without anything stopping them. But that grace period is over. The universe gave them chances to change, to do better, to choose a different path. They did not take those chances. They doubled down on their malice. They became more committed to destroying you rather than less. And so now the universe has said, okay, if you will not change willingly, if you will not stop harming this innocent person, then I will make you stop. And that is what is happening. The clouding of their evil intentions is not just about protecting you. It is about stopping them from being able to continue their harmful behavior. This is actually merciful in the bigger picture because it prevents them from accumulating even more karmic debt. Every harmful action they take adds to their cosmic balance sheet. By clouding their intentions and blocking their attacks, Archangel Metatron is actually preventing them from making their situation even worse than it already is. Of course, they do not see it that way. To them, it feels like frustration, like nothing is working, like their plans keep falling apart. But in reality, they are being saved from themselves, from the terrible consequences that would come if they were allowed to continue unchecked. For you, though, there is no such limitation. Your intentions are pure. Your heart is clean. Your actions come from a place of integrity. And so the universe places no limits on how much you can be blessed, how successful you can become, how abundant your life can be. This is the ultimate justice. While they are being stopped and limited, you are being expanded and elevated. While they are hitting walls everywhere they turn, you are finding doors opening in every direction. While they are experiencing the natural consequences of negative action, you are experiencing the natural rewards of maintaining your integrity under pressure. I want to talk for a moment about what you should do with this information. First, trust the process. You do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to expose them yourself. You do not need to defend yourself aggressively or fight back with their same tactics. The universe is handling it. Archangel Metatron is handling it. Your job is to stay in your integrity. Keep building your life. Keep focusing on your own growth and goals. Let divine forces handle the justice part. Your energy is too valuable to waste on people who have already sealed their own fate through their actions. Second, prepare for the blessings that are coming. The Ace of Pentacles is telling you that material opportunities are headed your way. Make sure you are ready to receive them. This might mean updating your resume, clearing out physical and energetic space in your life for new things, getting your finances organized so you can manage incoming abundance, or simply adopting the mindset of someone who is about to level up significantly. You want to be ready when these opportunities arrive, not caught off guard or feeling unworthy. Third, protect your peace. As the truth starts coming out, as your enemies start experiencing consequences, there might be a temptation to gloat, to say, "I told you so," to rub their faces in their downfall. Do not do it. It will only lower your vibration and pull you into drama that you have worked so hard to rise above. Let the Six of Wands victory speak for itself. Let your success be the statement. Stay classy, stay dignified, stay in your Nine of Pentacles energy of self-sufficiency and grace. That is the ultimate power move. Fourth, be ready to speak your truth when the moment comes. The Page of Swords suggested that there might be a time when you are asked to share your side of the story, to provide your perspective, to clarify what really happened. When that moment comes, speak clearly, honestly, and without embellishment. You do not need to exaggerate or dramatize because the truth is powerful enough on its own. Just tell it like it is, let people hear your authentic experience, and trust that your genuine account will resonate as truth to those who are ready to hear it. Fifth, embrace the new beginnings with enthusiasm. The Ace of Wands is offering you a fresh start, new passions, exciting opportunities that are completely different from what came before. Do not be afraid to try new things, to explore new paths, to become a new version of yourself. Your enemies wanted to keep you stuck in the past, stuck in their narrative, stuck in a limited version of who you could be. But you are breaking free. You are becoming someone they do not even recognize, someone they have no power over, someone who exists in a reality they cannot touch. Let me also address something important about timing. The Knight of Wands tells us things are moving fast, but fast in cosmic terms might still be weeks or months in human time. Do not get discouraged if you do not see massive changes tomorrow or next week. The energy is building, the momentum is gathering, the pieces are falling into place. Some of what needs to happen has to happen in a specific order. Some people need to witness certain things before they can understand other things. Some evidence needs to surface before other revelations can be believed. Trust that divine timing is perfect even when it feels slow to you. Also, be aware that your enemies might actually escalate their attacks in the short term as they feel things slipping away from them. When people are losing control, they often panic and try even harder to regain it. They might spread more lies, create more drama, attempt more manipulations. This is actually a good sign. It means they feel the Knight of Wands energy coming for them. They sense that time is running out. Their desperation is proof that the divine protection around you is working. Just hold steady. The Four of Pentacles showed us that their tight grip is actually their downfall. The tighter they squeeze, the faster they fall. I want you to really sit with the energy of the Sun card because this is going to be your guiding light through whatever remains of this difficult period. The sun is inevitable. It rises every single day. It cannot be stopped by clouds or storms or darkness. It just keeps rising, keeps shining, keeps illuminating. That is what truth is like. That is what your vindication is like. It is inevitable. It is unstoppable. It is already happening, and nothing your enemies do can prevent it. So when you feel doubt, when you feel impatient, when you wonder if justice will ever come, just think about the sun. It is rising. It is shining. And very soon, everyone is going to see clearly. Can I also say how proud I am of you for making it this far? Seriously, Pisces, you have been through spiritual warfare. You have been attacked by people who should have been on your side. You have been lied about, betrayed, excluded, manipulated. And yet here you are, still standing, still maintaining your integrity, still believing in truth and justice, still connected to your spiritual path, still worthy of divine protection. That takes incredible strength. That takes profound faith. That takes a level of resilience that most people do not possess. The fact that Archangel Metatron has taken such an active role in your protection tells me that you are important to the divine plan. You have a purpose that goes beyond this current drama. You have a mission that your enemies are trying to prevent you from fulfilling because on some level, they sense that you are meant for something significant. But they cannot stop you. They were never going to be able to stop you. You are too protected, too guided, too blessed by forces that are way beyond their comprehension. Your enemies made a critical mistake. They thought they were just messing with a person, just attacking someone they did not like, just playing petty games. But what they did not realize is that they were actually interfering with someone under divine protection, someone with angels and cosmic forces watching over them, someone whose success and happiness are part of a larger spiritual plan. And you do not mess with that. You do not attack someone who is under the protection of Archangel Metatron and expect to get away with it. The karmic consequences for interfering with someone on a divine mission are severe. Everything we have talked about in this reading points to the same conclusion. Your enemies have already lost. They just do not know it yet. The game was over the moment they decided to come against someone who had divine protection. All that is happening now is the physical manifestation of their defeat playing out in real time. The Four of Pentacles showed their desperate attempt to hold on to control. The Nine of Pentacles showed you thriving despite them. The Sun is revealing their lies. The King of Wands is dismantling their plans. The Page of Swords is bringing truth to light. The Ace of Wands is giving you new beginnings. The Six of Wands is bringing public victory. The Ace of Pentacles is manifesting material blessings. And the Knight of Wands is making it all happen rapidly. This is checkmate, Pisces. This is complete and total victory. This is divine justice served. This is you being protected, vindicated, blessed, and elevated, while your enemies experience the natural consequences of their malicious choices. And the most beautiful part? You did not have to become like them to win. You did not have to lie, manipulate, attack, or lower yourself to their level. You just had to maintain your integrity, trust in divine protection, and keep moving forward. And that is exactly what you did. So what happens now? Now you receive. You receive the vindication. You receive the recognition. You receive the abundance. You receive the opportunities. You receive the new beginnings. You receive the protection. You receive the love and support from people who see the truth. You receive the peace that comes from knowing that justice has been served. You receive the confidence that comes from surviving something that was meant to destroy you. You receive the wisdom that comes from the entire experience. You receive everything that you deserve and everything that your enemies tried to deny you. And your enemies? They receive the education they clearly needed. They learn that you cannot harm innocent people without consequences. They learn that the universe is paying attention. They learn that cosmic law is real and karmic justice is inevitable. They learn that some people are protected by forces they cannot see or understand. They learn that their tactics do not work on everyone. They learn that truth always rises to the surface eventually. Whether they actually grow from these lessons or just become bitter about their defeat is up to them. That is not your concern. Your concern is receiving your blessings and living your best life. I want to leave you with this final thought. This experience, as painful as it has actually been refining you. It has been burning away everything that was not authentic, not aligned with your highest good, not meant for your future. Your enemies thought they were destroying you, but really, they were just helping the universe remove obstacles, false friends, limiting situations, and outdated versions of yourself that you had outgrown. They were unknowing participants in your spiritual evolution. The person you are becoming on the other side of this is unstoppable. You have been tested by fire, and you emerged as pure gold. You have been attacked from all sides, and you discovered inner strength you did not know you possessed. You have been isolated, and you learned to stand alone with dignity. You have been lied about, and you learned that your truth does not require anyone else's validation. You have been threatened, and you learned that divine protection is real. All of this has been preparing you for the incredible chapter that is about to begin. The Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles together are telling me that you are entering a double new beginning, both spiritual and material, both internal and external, both energetic and tangible. This is a complete life transformation. This is you stepping into a version of your life that is so much better than what you had before, that you will actually be grateful that the old stuff fell away. You will look back and think, thank goodness I did not stay stuck in that old situation with those old people in that old version of my life. I needed to be freed from all of that so I could step into this. Your enemies actually did you a favor by showing their true colors, by removing themselves from your life, by making it impossible for you to continue in situations that were not serving your highest good. They thought they were punishing you by pushing you out, excluding you, turning others against you. But really, they were setting you free, free to find better opportunities, free to connect with better people, free to become who you are truly meant to be, free to receive the blessings that the universe has been trying to give you, but could not, while you were still entangled with them. So in a weird way, you can actually release any remaining resentment or anger toward your enemies because they played the exact role they needed to play in your story. They were the antagonists that made you stronger, the obstacles that made you more determined, the betrayers that taught you discernment, the attackers that revealed your divine protection. Without them, you might have stayed comfortable in situations that were actually limiting you. Without them, you might not have discovered the depth of your own strength and resilience. Without them, you might not have learned to trust divine justice, instead of trying to control everything yourself. Does this mean you should thank them or be friends with them? Absolutely not. They made their choices, they harmed you intentionally, and they are now experiencing consequences for those choices. You owe them nothing. Not forgiveness if you are not ready, not reconciliation, not a place back in your life. Boundaries are healthy and necessary. What I am saying is that you can release the energetic weight of what they did by recognizing that in the grand scheme of your life journey, they actually helped propel you toward your destiny, even though that was the opposite of their intention. This is spiritual maturity, being able to see the bigger picture, being able to extract the lessons and growth from painful experiences, being able to release the need for personal revenge because you trust cosmic justice. This is Nine of Pentacles energy. This is the refinement and wisdom that comes from experience. And this is one of the reasons you are so protected, because you have this level of consciousness, this ability to rise above, this commitment to your own integrity regardless of how others behave. All right, Pisces, I think we have covered everything that these cards wanted to reveal to you about the divine protection surrounding you and the justice that is coming for your enemies. Let me do a quick recap of the 10 cards we pulled and analyzed. Card 1 was the Four of Pentacles, showing how your enemies have been desperately clutching onto control and setting themselves up for their own downfall through rigidity and fear. Card 2 was the Nine of Pentacles, revealing how you have been building your own abundant, independent, dignified life despite all attacks. Card 3 was the Sun, promising massive exposure of truth and revelation of your enemies' lies and manipulations for all to see. Card 4 was the King of Wands, bringing active divine masculine protection that dismantles your enemies' plans before they can even fully form. Card 5 was the Page of Swords, indicating that truth, communication, and information would be the vehicles of your vindication. Card 6 was the Ace of Wands, showing that while your enemies tried to end your story, the universe was actually writing you a completely new chapter filled with passion and purpose. Card 7 was the Six of Wands, promising public victory and recognition in front of the very people your enemies tried to turn against you. Card 8 was the Ace of Pentacles, bringing tangible material blessings and concrete evidence of divine support. Card 9 was the Knight of Wands, revealing that all of this justice and blessing is happening at rapid speed. And card 10 was, actually let me verify the exact 10th card based on the numbers provided. Looking back at the specific card numbers given for this reading, we used cards numbered 68, 73, 20, 36, 61, 23, 34, 28, 6, and 65. Let me map those correctly. 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, the Sun, King of Wands, Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, 6 of Wands, the Hierophant, and Ace of Pentacles. Wait, I need to recount because I want to give you accurate information. Actually, looking at the order, the cards were 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, the Sun, King of Wands, Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, 6 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands. That is 9 cards. The 10th card would be the Hierophant based on card number 6. But I did not specifically break down the Hierophant, so let me quickly address that as our true final card. The Hierophant as your final card is perfect for this reading about divine protection and justice. The Hierophant represents divine law, spiritual authority, sacred knowledge, and traditional structures of justice. In this context, the Hierophant is confirming that everything happening to you and your enemies is in accordance with divine law. This is not random. This is not chaotic. This is the universe following its own sacred rules about justice, karma, and the protection of the innocent. The Hierophant is also about teaching and learning. Your entire experience has been a teaching for you about spiritual protection, about divine justice, about your own strength and worthiness. And it is a learning experience for your enemies about consequences, cosmic law, and the limits of human manipulation when divine forces are involved. The Hierophant ensures that both sides receive exactly what they need from this experience. The Hierophant also represents being blessed by higher powers, which ties perfectly into everything we have discussed. You are not just protected, you are blessed. You are not just surviving, you are being elevated. You are not just enduring, you are being initiated into a higher level of consciousness and life experience. The Hierophant gives you his benediction, his approval, his confirmation that you are on the right path, and that everything unfolding is part of your spiritual development. For your enemies, the Hierophant represents the ultimate authority they cannot manipulate, cannot lie to, cannot deceive. They might have fooled humans, but they cannot fool divine law. They might have manipulated situations on earth, but they cannot manipulate cosmic justice. The Hierophant is the reminder that there is a higher authority than human opinion, social dynamics, or earthly power structures. And that higher authority has seen everything, recorded everything through Archangel Metatron, and is now implementing divine justice. So there we have it, Pisces. 10 cards, one complete and comprehensive reading about the divine protection surrounding you, the justice coming for your enemies, and the incredible transformation you are experiencing. Archangel Metatron has clouded their evil intentions, blocked their attacks, exposed their lies, and is now blessing you abundantly while they experience the natural consequences of their malicious actions. There is no mercy for your enemies because they chose to operate without mercy for you, and cosmic law demands balance. But there is infinite mercy, grace, and blessing for you because you maintained your integrity, trusted in divine protection, and continued to grow and build your life despite opposition. You are the victor here. You are the one who wins. You are the one who receives justice, vindication, recognition, abundance, and new beginnings. And it is all happening soon, happening fast, happening inevitably. Trust the process, Pisces. Stay in your power. Keep your vibration high. Receive the blessings that are flowing your way, and know that you are so protected by forces that your enemies cannot even comprehend. You have got Archangel Metatron, you have got cosmic law, you have got divine justice all working on your behalf. You are unstoppable. I hope this reading brought you clarity, confirmation, and encouragement. You are going through something challenging, but you are not going through it alone. The entire universe has your back. Justice is being served. Truth is coming to light. And your best days are ahead of you, not behind you, sending you so much love and light, Pisces. You have got this. Actually, scratch that. The universe has got this for you. All you need to do is receive.